And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we do get into today's video, as always, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. So apologies for no upload yesterday, and a lot's happened since, and of course Celtic played yesterday against St Mirren. We won that game relatively comfortably, another good result, another good performance from the boys. Very happy with the victory. I wanted to do a match breakdown last night, but I got too busy and I couldn't actually record at that time. But in terms of the transfer window, we've got a lot to go through in today's video, as 2 transfers coming in, and of course 2 transfers have gone out as well. So a lot has happened in the last 48 hours. So let's get through it pretty quickly because we've got a lot of ground to cover in today's video. So Lagerbielke is set for FC20 now. So FC20 have secured the loan of Gustaf Lagerbielke from Celtic. All the best to him, of course. Never complained and did work pretty hard when he was at the club. Hopefully he does well this season on loan in the Eredivisie. Of course, Gustaf Lagerbielke not really favoured under Brendan Rodgers throughout the last season, despite scoring a goal against Feyenoord and looking okay in the Champions League and had some pretty decent performances here and there, but Rodgers didn't really think he was up to the standards of a Celtic player. So hopefully he can go out to FC20, put in a good shift in the Eredivisie, and maybe make his way back to Celtic, a better player, and see where his future lies after this loan spell. But yeah, best of luck to Gustaf Lagerbielke. Now let's discuss a player coming in. This is Arne Engels from FC Augsburg. He's a 20-year-old central midfielder. This guy is seen as the Matt O'Reilly replacement. This is being confirmed by multiple reliable sources online, including Florian Plettenberg today. He's 20 years old, central midfielder. He's keen to join Celtic, with concrete talks haven't taken place and personal terms have been agreed. And FC Augsburg, his current team, have also been informed. So as things stand right now, no offer has been arrived from Celtic to FC Augsburg. It's just mutual agreement between the player and the club itself. And Arne Engels could become a Celtic player at some point in this transfer window. But I'll discuss Matt O'Reilly in just a second. But yeah, Arne Engels looks like a fairly decent player. Still so young, of course, only 20, as I mentioned. He plays in central midfield, can play right back and right wing. He's quite versatile down that right-hand side as well. And he's got 51 games in the Bundesliga, which of course is a very good league and a very good experience for his age as well, to play 51 games for your club. He played 32 last season. He played the majority of the campaign for FC Augsburg in the Bundesliga, which is a massive, massive thing, a massive statement at 20 years old. So this guy could be a really, really good player. Hopefully he comes in, works under Rodgers, and can be a very good player for us for many years to come, of course. He's got big shoes to fill with Matt O'Reilly leaving the club. And that's kind of what I want to discuss next, is the second exit. Of course, Matt O'Reilly was confirmed to be going to Brighton a few days ago. It's now been officially confirmed. He didn't feature yesterday in the match, of course, because we knew he was very much on his way to Brighton and Albion. And they have released a video today of his arrival at the club. Of course, his welcome message. He spoke a little bit about Celtic. He said it's quite hard to talk about Celtic without getting emotional, which is quite sweet to hear. He was a professional throughout the whole deal. Gave it his all at the start of the season, throughout pre-season as well. True professional, and I wish him the best. Of course, Celtic did receive £30 million for him. So yeah, massive transfer fee got back for him. A Scottish record transfer fee received as well, which is massive news. Kind of funny as well, because for some time it seemed like no team wanted to match what we were asking for, and now it seemed to exceed by £5 million what Celtic actually wanted, which apparently was reportedly £25 million. So very good business by the club. I don't normally always have the highest hopes in terms of who we bring in to replace him. Of course, Arne Engels looks like a good player, but he's still 20 years old. He's not a guaranteed first-team player, so there is that to factor in as well. He will, of course, will be a step down from Matt O'Reilly, but still looks like he could be a good player for us in the future. Now, we've got some more transfer news to discuss, with Fabrizio Romano confirming this latest story, and that is that Alex Valle will travel to Glasgow today ahead of a medical. The 20-year-old is set to sign for Celtic on a loan deal, having agreed an extension until the summer of 2026 with Barcelona. So, talking on X, the Italian journalist confirmed that the Spanish left-back would be making the trip to Glasgow ahead of his medical. So, of course, Celtic have been keen to get a deal done to bring in a left-back to compete with Greg Taylor this transfer window. The manager wants a number of players added in the coming days ahead of the Rangers game. Arne Engels, who you mentioned before, Matthias Bogius as well, the Polish midfielder from LAFC, are reportedly targets for the club as well, with the club in talks over transfers in the coming days. And Valle is highly rated at Barcelona, but they need to trim their squad in order to register players. The player's new deal reportedly includes a release clause of €3 million, but Celtic do not have a clause in their contract with Barca to buy the player. So hopefully Valle can come in and do a good job for us. Of course, he's there to compete with Greg Taylor for that left-back spot. And for the longest time, of course, we thought we were going to get Owen Beck from Liverpool. That one fell through, that never really materialised. Hugo from Wolves as well. Wolves didn't want to let him go on loan, they wanted it to be a permanent deal. And now we've kind of agreed terms of Alex Valle here to become a new Celtic player for the season. I'm kind of frustrated a little bit. There's no buyout option in this deal. If his release clause is £3 million, hopefully that stays the same come next summer. Of course, if he has a very good season with us, that I'm sure Barcelona might try and increase that or try and offer him a new contract that basically includes a bigger release clause in it. But €3 million is a very reasonable amount of money to pay for a highly talented player and a big prospect to Barcelona for sure. So we'll see how he gets on with us in this coming season. But it's good to see a left back finally join the club to compete with Greg Taylor, who I think Greg Taylor is a decent player, but he's not really the quality that we need for European football, in my opinion. He's done a decent job for us, but I still feel like that's an area in the pitch that needed improving upon. And I'm glad that we are finally focusing our areas on that, and we're getting Alex Valle. Of course, he's a young player. He's not going to be a guaranteed starter. He probably will be rotated with Greg Taylor in certain games, see how he gets on. I don't think he'll take his place straight away, but it's good competition and a little bit more motivation for Taylor as well to maybe kick on and do better for Celtic, because for the longest time it's literally just been him there and no one else compete with him. So definitely a big move here. Good to see that we are signing a left back. Of course, now there's a few days left of this transfer window, not long now. We are getting closer and closer to deadline day, and I feel like there's still a few areas of the pitch that need to be improved. Of course, centre back being one as well. And of course, the Matt O'Reilly replacement with the likes of Arne coming in as well could be a good replacement for him. And Bogus as well from LAFC if that deal was to be completed also. But yeah, a lot of moving parts around in the Celtic space right now. I'm glad to see we are making more moves for certain players. A lot really has happened in the last 48 hours. I should have been on it yesterday discussing it, but I had so much to do I couldn't actually record a video, so apologies for that. But we are getting to it now. But yeah, a lot has happened in the last 48 hours. Very sad to see Matt O'Reilly go. He's been a great servant for the club. Was a true professional throughout the whole ordeal. And yeah, better luck to him at Brighton. And hopefully he does really, really well for us. I'm sure we got a massive sell-on fee in that as well. He was to be sold to a bigger club in the future. I'm sure Celtic would be able to reap the rewards of that again, like we're seeing with Jeremy Frimpong. If he goes somewhere else and Bayer Leverkusen, Celtic will redeem some rewards from that as well. So yeah, we'll see how he gets on and see how he does in the Premier League. Really, he's a brilliant player for us. So yeah, best of luck to him. Best of luck to Gustaf Lagerbielke as well. Hopefully he can come back a better player and we can maybe reevaluate his situation at Celtic and see what he can do to maybe get back into the first team and try and stake a claim in this Brendan Rodgers' side. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below on what we discussed in today's video. Of course, let me know your thoughts on the game yesterday as well. I didn't really speak about it much today because there's so much transfer news to go over, but yeah, very happy with the performance overall. And yeah, drop a like on this video if you're not yet already, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.